Hey, welcome back. Moving forward, I want you to treat the research phase of your design project as your guiding light. Now, I know that I mentioned about keywords being the guiding light, but for informing what the thing looks like, research is kind of the primary foundation. We can actually loop keywords into that. It will inform all of the technical, physical, and aesthetic constraints of your project. These are the things that design the box that you're supposed to be thinking outside of. But in order to think outside of the box, you need to be able to know how big that box is in the first place. Keep in mind, in the professional setting, you're most likely going to have a lot of cooks in the kitchen from different departments that make up the project. Everyone from marketing directors to creative directors to accountants to account managers and so on. There are plenty of facets to the research phase in a project, but for the purposes of a good foundation, let's break these out into 5 silos of focus. Existing solutions, similar solutions, parallel solutions, mechanical and ergonomic, and CMF. This stands for color, materials, and finish. Existing solutions are solutions that directly reflect the design challenges as they're being proposed to be solved. Why on earth would you solve a problem that has already been solved? Well, this is why we have a billion cell phones, chairs, and other common household items. How can you be more efficient? Can you use materials that have never been used before? Why do we have this problem in the first place? This is the type of solution that offers space for innovation within an already solved problem. Similar solutions would be things that are close to the solution but not exactly. For instance, if you were designing a cabinet for holding computer cases, you might look at existing solutions for cabinets to see how the parts work. Or you might look at closets, or perhaps you might look at how tool cabinets are put together. This gives you an a la carte way of grabbing bits of a solution here and there to inform the final design. Parallel solutions are tricky. This is the scenario where you might look for something in one industry and apply it to another. If you're good at analogies, you'll be good at parallel solutions. Such as, if you were looking to solve some sort of smart medical bracelet, for instance, you might look at the fashion industry to see how bracelets are designed for different scenarios, or perhaps look at the entertainment events products and see what sort of temporary wristbands work in environments where there's a lot of moisture or movement or stress on the artifact. This can be applied to your project as an analogy that it borrows from these other solutions. Mechanical and ergonomic research has to do with anything that involves a moving interaction between the product and itself or the user and the product. Things like hinges, clasps, locks, buttons, screens, and so on. There are a ton of great books out there on the movement of mechanical things to help you out here. One of my favorite resources is Matt Keaveney's site 507movements.com that features, 507 movements. Some of them are animated and some of them are not, but all of them give a great insight into how things move mechanically. Another great resource is The Measure of Men and Women by Henry Dreyfuss Associates. Inside you'll find all sorts of great information on how humans move and people's ability to articulate mechanisms. Also within the mechanical research is the element of fasteners, adhesion, and things that hold products together. While this is more of a mechanical engineer's area of expertise, the more of the design you can help inform with things like what types of screws to use and where seams fall on a product, the more you can help the team, even if that team is just you. CMF research takes a look at what sort of potential materials would be a feasible solution to your problem. We often specify particular materials for aesthetic reasons more than the actual functional logic that helps a product solve the problem. Think about it. If we want something to feel more natural or to have more natural sound dampening qualities, we might choose wood or leather. Why? Because natural materials have better sound dampening qualities than many synthesized composites. Or perhaps we want that sleek handle to also have conductive quality so it becomes a touch switch. So right there you can see that if we define what we want the material to function as, we can quickly determine what might be a likely candidate to help solve or at the very least reduce the problem, if not to just be an aesthetic accent to our final solution. Researching is a critical step in the design process. Without it, you'll just be drawing arbitrary lines on paper with no sense of constraint or direction. Send me some of your thoughts. What sort of research do you do when you're developing solutions? Do you start with grid paper and a measuring tape, or maybe you're more technical, or do you just draw from the gut? Let me know. Send me some of your thoughts on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll post some of the best insights and projects. Thanks so much, and have a great day.